What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Nast Blast, back here yet again for another nasty analysis. A game series where I go back and play through old or even crusty games and analyze them, giving my opinions and feedback on said game. Today, we are taking a look at a franchise I have a love-hate relationship with a title I have never played. I am of course talking about Crash Twinsanity, or also known as Crash 5. Developed by Traveler's Tales and published by Vivendi Universal Games, Crash Twinsanity was released in North America on October 8th, 2004 for the original Xbox and PS2. I will be analyzing the PlayStation 2 version of the game. Now, let me just state from the get-go, as I have stated before, me and Crash have somewhat of a rocky past.
Alright, I might be better off not cheesing it.
I've always loved Crash as a character and the goofiness of his world, and that holds especially true with this installment.
Yeah, you! I've been doing this for 10 stinking years! Back and forward, and I'm sick of it! Well, I'm not gonna do it no more!
Felt kind of bad for that guy. But I do have to say that every time I play a Crash game, I end up, how you say, losing my cool. Just go. Now this, what am I supposed to do here, dude? I've always enjoyed starting a Crash game when they kind of take it easy on you, but for some reason, at some point, I end up crashing out, pun intended. Crash Bandicoot can be one of the most frustrating games to me personally, and I may be the only one that feels that way, I don't know. But this also may be a result of the only actual Crash game I had as a kid was Wrath of Cortex, which is the original Crash 4, and also perceived as one of the worst Crash games, and even one of the hardest. But it's been a while since I've played that one, so I may go back at some point and analyze it, who knows. I also played one of the rebooted monster controlling Crash games back in the day, as well as completed the main levels of the Insane trilogy years later, and also rage quit the new Crash 4 around the end, so I made it decently far in that one. Bottom of the line is I've never been a huge Crash head, and I was more of a Spyro guy, so this game was pretty much a fresh experience for me. So let's talk about Twinsanity. How much did I like it? Well, I can say right off the bat that it certainly feels like Crash, and it's probably one of the better experiences I've had with the franchise. Crash Twinsanity has many of the same gimmicks and gameplay aspects from its predecessors. You play as Crash, who has his usual abilities, being a spin attack, double jump, body slam, and a knee slide. There are also sections where you play as Cortex, Crash's usual arch nemesis. Cortex is just not as agile as Crash, but does have unique attacks in the form of his ray gun that you can choose to either spam or charge up. This game also introduces a new character to the main series, Nina Cortex. Cortex's niece, but we'll get to her a little bit more later. Although you have sections where you play as Crash and Cortex separately, the main gimmick of the game has the two rivals working together, giving the player some more abilities when they are joined, usually involving Crash abusing the f*** out of Cortex. Get over there, dude, I'm throwing you that direction. Oh, Cortex is subjugated to eternal torment, being joined by a power crystal that both of them refuse to let go of. Give it to me.
Back, you weak-minded fool. Avert your gaze or you'll go crystal crazy.
You don't want to go crystal crazy. That's a real thing, boys. Crash can spin Cortex around as an upgraded spin attack with extra range, can chuck him at enemies or to other platforms to solve puzzles, and Crash can even use Cortex as a hammer to smash objects or creatures. There's also various forms a duo takes to maneuver certain areas, like a ball formed from their fighting, or Crash using Cortex like a ski to go down a mountain, canonically called the Humila-Ski. Other aspects from the past games make a return as well, of course including the crates and the gems. The Wumpa Fruit returns as the main collectible across the levels. You collect 100 of them, you get a life, and most of them being in various crates iconic to the Crash games. You get basic crates, bouncy crates, hard crates, Aku crates, life crates, and of course you get the dangerous crates too, like TNT, Green Nitro, and Blue Nitro. Oh, I forgot. Oh my god, his eyeballs. I forgot that's what the green ones do. Only new ones I noticed were the detonator crates to blow up other, explosive crates like TNT, and the ammo crates for Cortex to pick up. The checkpoints also come in the form of crates as per usual, even having a gold checkpoint crate to signify a new level. Only real change to the usual mechanics come in the form of Aku Aku, the floating tiki mask that is to Crash what Sparks is to Spyro, their little buddy that just lets you know how much health you got. Aku works mostly like before, where if you see him, you have 1 hit protection. If you get another Aku box, you get 2 hits of protection, and if you get a third, you have invincibility for a few seconds. The change comes when, no matter how much protection you got, Aku will no longer protect you from explosive crates, which kinda sucks considering they're pretty much the main hazard in the game. One more major change to the usual formula this game was going for was the attempt at making the world more open, almost like Spyro, which is a direct change to the very linear platforming that Crash is known for. And yeah, I do say attempt. Although there are a few areas that open up and give you some breathing room to explore, for the most part you're still going to be doing those very linear platforming segments. And the game is like a continuous journey with almost no real hub locations, and each world just feels like a really long level. At first I didn't even know where a level ended and a new one began. You just keep going forward, and before you know it, you're at the end. This brings up another gripe I got, and that's just that the game is pretty short, only having 4 worlds with 3 levels / sections each. But I do not blame the developers on this one, for the reason this game, like so many, came out undercooked is due to time constraints. The game originally had a completely different story and had a very different vibe as well, considered to be more edgy and serious. At first the story was going to be about a set of evil twins, which that's not too different, but they take parts of the world and merge them into another. Crash's Island being a chunk stolen. However, halfway through development, Insomniac's Ratchet & Clank released with a very similar premise, having the development of this Crash game take a major turn, which led to them wanting to make the game as comedic as possible, which in the end I think worked way better than if it came out as like an edgy game. Whoa. Oh no, don't follow him. Don't follow Cortex Crash. And after many names that didn't stick, like Crash Bandicoot Evolution and Crash Bandicoot Unlimited, it was finally decided that this game would be called Crash Twinsanity. With Cortex coming back, there was a minor setback with Clancy Brown refusing to come back to voice him, who at this point has been voicing Cortex for all his major appearances. However, this led to the inclusion of Lex Lang for the franchise, who is the most iconic voice of Cortex by far, and still voices him to this day, even taking over Clancy Brown's role in the original trilogy remasters. And he's also in Crash 4 It's About Time. And let me just say, he brings an insane amount of humor to the role. Cortex is straight up my favorite part of this game.
Check bounced. Are you sure? Well, the past few years have kind of been slow. Wrath of Cortex didn't do as well as we'd hoped, and... Fish?
That face. What is going on? What? This game is hilarious. I love the humor of this game, man. And the music just fits too well. The music for the game was composed by an a cappella group known as Spiral Mouth, which as you can guess leads to a lot of a cappella being in the game. Some good, and some that's just a little bit infuriating at times. They knew what they were doing with this music, man. This shit is... They just wanted to frustrate you. That is what this is. But for the most part, I think it fits pretty well in the Crash world. And it's just pretty good. There's some pretty good bangers in here. Even having some metal in certain parts. This game as a whole is very unique when it comes to the vibes. But how about the story? Well, as you can guess, it's pretty weird and fits right in place for a Crash game. The game opens up on Cortex drifting to Crash's Island inside an iceberg, coming off the ending of Crash Wrath of Cortex. 3 years have passed since the ending of that game, and Cortex wants some revenge. Again. So Cortex sets up a trap for our old orange Bandicoot, and lures him over to it by knocking out Coco, Crash's sister, and then dressing up like her, and pretends to be her. Oh.
Where are you, big brother? There's something weird going on in the bay. Come see.
Anyways, we follow Cortex through the first section of Insanity Island, being the Jungle Bungle, which also acts as sort of like a tutorial for the game. Seems to be the tutorial area. Oh no! After getting through that warm-up of level, we encounter Cortex, who officially reveals himself to Crash, as well as his plan.
Surprised to see me, Crash? Like the fleas in your fur, I keep coming back. 3 years I spent alone in the frozen Antarctic wastes. And I missed you. And so I've organized a little gathering, like a birthday party, except the exact opposite.
Yes, Cortex has brought the whole squad to gang up on Crash, like the Avengers fighting Thanos. But, Crash is Thanos. A ton of recurring Crash villains are here. Dingodile, Pinstripe, Ripperoo, Koala Kong, Nitrous Oxide, Crunch Bandicoot, Tiny the Tiger, and the Polar Bear you ride for, some reason. Unfortunately, only one of these actually ends up being a boss in the game. And yeah, it's Dingodile. This is a two-phase boss fight though, beginning with a one-on-one fight with Neo Cortex, where he flies around on his hoverboard, shooting lasers at Crash as per the usual. Just this one? Okay, yep, just the big ones. Get your ass over here! This music makes you feel weird. Completely different vibe.
This is from Dingodile. Ripperoo,
Oh did I just die? I did. Okay, I did not expect the ground to fall out. We're gonna land. Yep! Jump him. Jump his ass. I'm running out of spots, bro. This is kind of bullshit. Haha, into the death pit. Little yellow bastard. The second phase is when it gets spicier, having Cortex's butt buddy Engine show up piloting a giant crash mech called the Mecha Bandicoot. This of course is no match for the true Bandicoot. Oh, that almost got me. He almost got me there. Alright, what is he gonna do now? I don't like not knowing. Just like a couple more times, probably. Just one more hit. One more hit. First boss, too, and it's a double phase. Hell yeah. On a roll. Did not get hit once. Defeating the first boss of the game leads to level 2, where Crash and Cortex both fall into a mine, leading to them joining forces to get out. Not before beating the shit out of each other down a long-ass slide sequence, though. What are you doing to him, Crash? Once making out of the cave, we see a crusty cutscene where we are introduced to the main villains of the game, parrots from the 10th dimension, coming to destroy the island and steal Cortex's brain.
Aren't you too adorable? Let me see. I might have some chalky treats here for you.
Chalky treats? Ooh.
How tiresome.
Oh, you want to play mind games? Okay, tough guy. Let's play mind games.
Cortex pleads to Crash after this, explaining they're on the same side and should join forces, only for Cortex to be attacked by a swarm of bees, leading to a segment that occurs twice in the game, where Crash runs on the other side of the screen helping Cortex avoid hazardous objects. This segment goes on for a while, and Cortex just progressively makes the situation worse for himself, first by getting another beehive dropped on his head, then getting chased by a bear, and then running into a native tribe led by Papu Papu, who intends on eating the jaundice-ridden scientist. This then leads us to one of my few crash out sections of the game, where you gotta body slam a slug, making it go to like 8 different holes, and you gotta do it consistently and quickly while avoiding all the tribesmen and boars in the area. What? Dude, the shadows is gonna mess me up so much. Jump, no, stop! Crash, what are you doing? Oh my god, Crash! Dude! It's happening. This is where the Crash rage begins. And this music isn't helping. Oh lord, this music is not helping. Oh no, Crash! What the fuck? You better not move. Oh, you ass! Don't. Where do you even go? I don't even know where you went. How did he get out the cage? Please tell me he went over there. Please, let me save. Afterwards, we get some common Crash tomfoolery with a chase section and a whack-a-mole-like minigame, leading to another confrontation with the main villains, the Twin Birds, where they bring a giant tiki to life, making it the final boss of the first world. Cool idea, but probably the weakest boss in the game, visually and gameplay-wise. You just gotta avoid his basic attacks by running left or right, and defeat his tiki babies, and then chuck Cortex into his mouth. Repeat 2 more times, and that's the boss. Can I let go of Cortex? I want to double jump again. So, okay, let's see. What do I do here? Smash his hands, maybe? Press X and then O to throw Cortex. Ah, shit, I missed. No, wait! Oh, I pressed the wrong buttons. Alright, okay, I figured it out. You gotta jump. It's all about jumping. Spit him out! Do it again. Oh, new attack. Get away! Probably avoid most of this guy's attacks just by walking left. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna walk right. Do it. Do it. Do it. Yes! Is he dead? That was actually really easy. Just make sure not to touch him, even if he's dead. Crash and Cortex working together. Are you kidding me? No way that just fucking happened. No fucking way. Cortex ends up forming a plan to defeat the birds, but that means we must travel to the second world, Cortex's Arctic lair. This is pretty much your basic ice level that not just Crash has, but every platformer. The central part of the level being this tower you gotta make your way up. Once making it to the top and doing some more basic Crash stuff, we encounter Uka Uka, Aku Aku's evil brother, who has been frozen like Cortex after the end of the previous game.
Mighty Uka Uka! Who has released me from my icy tomb? My, can it be? Crash and Cortex? I don't know whether to kiss you or kill you!
Poke her up, big boy. He ends up becoming a boss, naturally, and fuses with the ice around him, turning him into like a golem of sorts. He's easy to defeat though, just gotta wait till he stops walking on an open vent, then chuck Cortex at a lever so he can give power to an engine, which Crash then needs to activate by slamming the button in the middle, blasting Uka Uka with a face full of flames. Defeating the boss leads to Aku persuading the evil mask to join the squad.
I shall return!
Uka Uka! Wait! An evil greater than even yours threatens to destroy this world.
No! That's my job!
The two masks, now joined, go to take on the twin birds, only for them to get bodied on in the next scene, and then the birds unleash a horde of the main type of enemy of the game, these 10th dimensional aliens called ant drones. Dealing with all this has Cortex crashing out too.
Who are these evil upstarts? I've ruined the lives of so many. I can't be expected to remember them all. Crash, I've been like a father to you. I created you, nursed you, tried to destroy you. So what do you say? With my mighty intellect and your vacuous stupidity, we'll be unbeatable!
He then introduces his machine, the Psychotron, which would allow the pair to enter the 10th dimension and put an end to the evil birds once and for all. However, they need 6 power crystals and only have 4, which you get at the end of every level. Power crystals are usually the main collectible in these games, but kind of serve as a background thing in this case. They serve no real purpose except for this exact point in the story. The only real collectible here are these regular gems, actually, which in past games were rewards for challenges, but here serve as something you find hidden around in areas. Well, sometimes hidden. A lot of the time, you literally just collect them going down the main path. But these gems do unlock concept art and are pretty satisfying to collect. Each gem color correlating with whatever they give you. Blue gems relate to boss concept art. Clear gems are movies like cutscenes and animation tests. Green gems are enemy concept arts. Red gems are storyboard galleries. Purple gems being the basic concept art stuff. And then yellow gems are the most interesting, being the cut concepts from the game, which I always love to look at for like any game. Some of the most interesting things include different types of ant enemies and or bosses, a weird futuristic world you never get to go to, a terrifying sea dragon thing, a 3-headed boss monster, Crash with a sword, and oh god, could you imagine if this was in the game? I shouldn't even show this, some of you guys are going to be tweaking. Some dudes would be going straight feral. Concept art is some of the coolest stuff to look at when it comes to games, I think. And this game has a ton, especially stuff that was never used, but would have probably been in the game if it wasn't for time constraints. It's like looking into a world that could have been. Anyways, Crash and Cortex need 2 more power gems, and Cortex suspects that Engine has some. So now we gotta go work our way toward his airship, but we have to get there very quick. Luckily, Crash has a mischievous idea.
We must reach Engine's battleship and quickly before it sets sail. But how? Think, Cortex, think!
What? Don't look at him like that. Crash, what are you doing? No, don't do it. Don't do it, Crash. That had some, strange implications there for a second. Of course, with every snow level, you need a sliding / ski section. And there's not much to say about this. It's a ski level, that's for sure, that reuses sections all the way down. Most entertaining part is this. Okay, maybe that is where I messed up. Just hold the jump.
Ladies? Excuse me, madam. Are those real?
This game is so crazy, man. This is wacky. Once getting to the bottom, we get to the level High Seas Hijinks. And this rocket factory section sets the tone for the whole level. Oh, I died! No! Oh, all the way over. I'm locked in right now. There's too many rats. And then Crash, you can't afford to lose a single life. Oh! What? Oh, again? This part always... Oh, I'm getting down to not that many lives. I've got to change my seating position. Time to get serious. And this is also where we start to see some fabulous camera work in action. I can't... Oh my gosh. If you're gonna do this, at least let me see. This camera is ass, bro. What is going on? Yeah, it's not the best camera, but for the most part, I didn't have too much trouble. But every now and then, it does like to act up. Haha, can't hurt me. I am invincible. I am the invincible niece of Cortex. What is going on, dude? I'm trying to look... What? I'm trying to look down! This level is the only level in the game to also have 2 boss fights, so that's nice. Having a mid-level boss fight with Engine, where you gotta run around his crow's nest and get him to throw his TNT on the supports. Pretty easy fight as long as you're not horrible at gaming and just keep running off the side. Although Engine is pretty easy, what he leads into, for me personally, is yet another Crash out moment. This is a chase segment that is present in most of these Crash games, and I gotta say I've never been a fan. These are actually my least favorite parts of pretty much every Crash game. I just hate the perspective, and I feel like I can't see enough ahead of me, and I get that's the point, but I just don't like it. When I die to these things, it just feels so cheap. Man, I don't know if it's just me. I am notoriously terrible at Crash games, but this was rough. And also this being halfway through a level, and after a boss fight, if you get a game over, you're just starting all the way back at the very beginning. Just to save myself some precious time that we humans only get a finite amount of each day, I decided to pull a little infinite life glitch per se, especially considering I die like 25 times and only have like 4 lives going into it. What the fuck is that? Oh, no, I didn't even get the... I didn't even get the life. Dude, come on, are you kidding me? What is this? What? Those nitrous turn. Dude, the nitrous keeps getting me, but I'm not even touching it. He touches it. And I'm just in the vicinity. That's bullshit. You should automatically get the fucking item when you break it. Oh, shit. Alright. Oh, again? Why does he gotta be like that, dude? Why is this guy chasing me? This is harder than the boss fight I just had. Please stop chasing me. Damn, he really wants that bandicoot meat. He wants that schmeat. Finally getting past this walrus fuck, we make it to the final boss fight, which is a tag team battle against Entropy and Embryo, who decides to turn into a frog monster for some reason. It's a weird fight that leads with Embryo hopping around for a while till entropy ports in, destroying the iceberg, turning the one platform into mini platforms that sink if touched. To hurt him though, you just hop around until his force field fades, making him vulnerable. And Crash can swoop in and spin kick him in the dick, taking down one of his 3 lives. So you just repeat this 2 more times and you are good. Alright, now that I know the strat here, this isn't so bad. The rough part is that if you die and lose all your lives, you literally have to start this entire level over. And this is not a short level, bro. Literally, I've been recording pretty much my entire record. Once entropy is dead, Embryo smashes the platform, launching Crash to the main island where we started. And if you're smart, you can go right toward the elevator to get to the next world. But if you're stupid and single-celled like me, you're probably going to run through this level again just to realize you're not supposed to backtrack, and you have to load back up at the beginning to find the elevator you realize was just like 5 feet in front of you, and you just wasted 30 minutes for nothing. I went from having like a constant like 10 to 13 lives pretty much at all times to now having 1, like 0 actually. This is the only life I got. Whatever. I mean, now that we have enough power crystals to start Cortex's machine, we begin to power it, only for Coco to make her entrance and only impact on the story and attack Cortex, leading to the machine to malfunction and the crystals to be destroyed, and also paralyzes her again in the process, taking her right back out of the game. This is where Cortex hatches another plan, name-dropping his niece for the first time, Nina, who he needs help from in order to get his machine to start working again. However, she is currently at Madame Amberlee's Academy of Evil. This is the setting of World 3. After traveling there on Cortex's airship, we reach probably my favorite section of the game. Just this section, not the whole world. Out of all the different environments you typically see in every video game, Spooky Manors for sure are my favorite, and this beginning zone being one of the only sections that's actually open and you can explore it somewhat. However, my fondness for this level quickly goes away when we reach the first actual level of the world, the Goopy Sewer section. Yeah, this level kind of sucks, and mostly just involves puzzles where you cram Cortex into a ball and roll him around. And these ball rolling physics are so weird. You don't press any button to grab the ball. It just works like if you're next to it or touching it, the game thinks you're wanting to push or pull the ball. But sometimes it's honestly just like random, it feels like. Sometimes I'm running with the ball and it stays on me, even if I stop running. And other times the ball just launches, like if you just let go of it, but there's like no telling what it's gonna do. Very inconsistent and unusual. Think this through, it's never that simple. No, Cortex, you son of a bitch. Ah, dude, grabbing him is actual, like, very ass. But yeah, besides the ball puzzles, this level is like any other generic factory or sewer level in a Crash game. And in my experience, there's a lot of them. The level ends, though, with the most challenging boss fight probably in the game. Dingodile. The strategy is pretty simple. Avoid his attacks until he launches a certain fireball that you have to get him to like hit a button on the wall behind you. This causes sprinklers to activate on Dingodile, giving Crash the opportunity to hit him. However, it becomes easier said than done, especially when he starts switching his movesets and becoming almost unpredictable with what he's gonna do. This fight was yet another Crash out moment. But this guy, he's starting to get some interesting patterns. Huh? This entire level, dude, I don't think I've gotten a single Aku box. Well, damn it. Whoa, what the hell? Full turbo mode. You crazy, Dingodile, you crazy. 2, 3, 4, boom. What? What? Right when I was shitting on this game for its easy bosses. Right when I was saying shit, I shouldn't have said anything. You know, when I play games, I typically, like, I just want to have fun, you know? And, I'm not saying I'm for save states or anything. Like, who would use save states anyway? That's crazy. But, like, if it means I'm having fun with the game, then, so be it. Jeez, man. Okay, Dingodile. This is the time you're gonna die. He stopped. You saw that? He literally stopped. I think he's getting smarter. They rigged this AI, dude. 1, 2, 3. Get it! Get it! Good, good, yes! Hit him, yes! Finally got him down to 1 more health. Oh, dude, he's getting a little crazy now. Well, can I hide behind? Okay, that wasn't a good idea. Dude. Well, he was down! He was down! It was down. I don't understand, dude. What? What? You asshole, bro. Oh, get him. Please kill him. Dude, this boss. Oh my god. After Dingodile finally gets decimated, we move on to the actual Spooky Manor level, Classroom Chaos. I was excited for this part, but unfortunately, it's really bland and long. Taking place in long hallways and corridors that often look the same. The main points of interest were the sections where you gotta sneak by weird little hall monitor dudes, which happens a few times, and the short section where you run up a library while being like flooded with ooze. This is also where we get to play as Cortex for pretty much the only time in the game, where you get to run around as him in the hallways, blasting robots with laser guns and running away from spiders. At the end of this segment, we finally run into the fabled Nina Cortex, who unfortunately has no speaking lines in this game, which is just kind of odd.
Sleep soundly, Nina, and don't fear the night, with its long claws that scratch and its sharp teeth that bite. Under the covers, there's no need to hide, for your uncle's a monster, and he's on your side! Nina, my adorable young niece. My, you're getting big and sneaky. Put her there, little lady. I see they need some adjustment.
I played one of the Crash monster games as a kid, and I remember her being a prominent character in there with many voice lines.
Crash! Get out of my robot! This is my body and my right to choose!
Oh, you're going to get some punchy punch now.
As well as Iron Tiny the Tiger.
Crash, I really am cross with you. I'm just trying to do my job, and you go and cause all this chaos. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to eat your face.
The final level of the world has us actually play as her too, which is the only real section where we do so. She's almost a fusion between Cortex and Crash. She has metal gauntlets on her arms that allow her to spin like Crash, while also acting as grappling hooks to swing around. However, like Cortex, she can only jump once. No double jump here. This is an okay section where you run around on the rooftops as Nina Cortex while swinging from gargoyles. However, it does feel a little too long and repetitive. While showing off to her uncle what she's learned from the school, Cortex decided it was a good idea to give Crash the keys to his airship. Not a smart move, Cortex. Not smart at all. After rendezvousing back with Cortex, we of course have a boss fight with the headmaster of the school. This is Madam Amber Lee.
Detention!
Oh, whoa! What the?
So,
Jiggle physics.
my baby Cortex is all grown up. I see you found employment as a barber.
I'm an evil scientist.
And she's not much trouble. You play as Cortex here, where you just avoid her attacks and shoot the bells she throws at you back at her. Pretty simple and one of the easiest bosses in the game. After this is also where we get the Cortex flashback sequence, where we get the origin story of the twin villain birds, as well as one of the most subtle and funniest jokes to me in the game, where little baby Cortex just, instead of like a capital N on his head, it's a lowercase n. I don't know, little touches like that get a little chuckle out of me.
I was 8 years old and the most popular student in the academy. Ah, yes. How they loved me. It was my first experiment with the Evolvo Ray. Phase 1 in my plan to create an army of super animals. The test subjects, my 2 pet parrots, Victor and Moritz. The only creatures I didn't loathe or eat. The experiment was proceeding as planned, when suddenly... my parrots were gone, lost amongst the infinite dimensions. I was heartbroken.
Apparently Cortex sent them to the 10th dimension. Yeah, who could have guessed? This brings us back to the machine where he can access the 10th dimension, and we get a little developer joke here.
Come now, as we explore a new dimension! It should have been 2 new dimensions, but we ran out of time.
But when opening the portal, it transports us to the 10th dimension as he thought, but there's another character here. This is the first appearance of another classic Crash character, Evil Crash. Apparently there was supposed to be a good Cortex that came out of this universe too, but ended up being cut, which is very unfortunate. Could you imagine 2 Neo Cortexes in this game? Wild.
How I envy the simple life of the tribesfolk. Living in harmony with Mother Nature. The noble boar, the humble bumblebee.
Evil Crash kidnaps Nina, thus the 4th and final world of Twinsanity begins. We chase him out to the new 10th dimension island, known as Twinsanity Island. This world does not have a great start though, showing some of those reused assets. Even showing this cutscene again.
My daughter, niece. We must do something. Think, Cortex, think.
Oh, not this again. Oh my god, what? I guess this game was rushed, huh? There's a lot of reused assets, and of course they had to reuse this scene again. This is another ski section, and it's pretty much the exact mountain as before, just recolored to be red and pink instead of white and snowy. And also Evil Crash is racing you while riding Nina. Pause. Getting past that dull ski section, we make it to Twinsanity Island, where there's a lot of open space to run around. It's pretty cool, wish the game had more of this. But this small section is then cut short when we make it to Evil Crash's house. And behold, another section where we gotta run alongside Cortex and protect them, much like the B section. Except instead of being chased by a bear, he's being chased by a Crash with mange. The island part of the world doesn't really last long after this, pretty much going straight into the last level, known as Ant Agony. And as you could probably guess, this is a factory level, like so many other Crash games like to end on. This is pretty much what you'd expect. I mean, this is the base for the ant guy villains you've been fighting this whole game. So yeah, we end up fighting a bunch of those, and we kick some balls around to activate machines, and do a lot of platforming involving these color-changing platforms. Oh man. Oh shit, oh shit, oh! Oh, okay, this is gonna be a little bit challenging. Alright. So it goes red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow. Green, blue, yellow, red, green. Ah! I'm gonna get that. After getting through this gauntlet of a level, making it to the treasure room, which was a cut plot point of the game, and encountering the best cameo of the game.
That treasure is stolen property, but I think he might want his gems back.
Spyro! Spyro! My boy! We make it to the throne room of the twin birds, and the final boss of the game.
Well, well, well. Apparently, you two little rascals have been very busy since the last we saw each other.
Busy finding a way to meet you again. Your failed experiment sent 2 innocent parrots to the 10th dimension. The severe reversal radioactive conditions here sharpened our skills and warped our fragile eggshell minds.
That's pretty fucked up.
Ingredients are a classic recipe in the evil villain cookbook. You see, Pops, when it comes to evil scientific prowess, we learned from the best.
True. Now, playtime is over! Victor, Moritz, back in your cage, you naughty boys!
What
Wow.
are you doing?
That was easy.
Curse my regimented upbringing. That's it, Cortex. You want to make up for lost time and play with your pets? So be it.
This boss isn't too bad, and the worst part is just that it's 3 phases. But the only phase that somewhat is challenging is phase 2. The twins have a giant mech, and the only way to defeat it is by using all 3 characters we've played as, and working as a team. First up is Nina, where we must go around and grapple onto each of the pillars, and destroy the generators on top. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Oh, what? Okay, I see. So I have to swing across using this one right here. Oh shit. What is that? What is that gold? Will this actually beat the final boss? Is the final boss gonna be this easy? Actually the easiest boss in the game? There's gotta be a second phase. Second phase, we play as Cortex, where we run around the mech, destroying its cannons with our own lasers. Alright, Cortex, what? Oh, so just shoot his cannons? Oh, he fried me! Why does he grow wings? You have to start all the way over? Alright, Cortex, don't get annihilated this time. Oh, and as soon as I say that, he gets annihilated. Is that doing anything? I can't tell if that's hurting him or not. Oh my god. Oh, I blew his arm off! I blew his arm off, nice! Alright. It's all about the rhythm. Oh, he's almost done. Then it's gonna be Crash's turn to fuck him up. Crash is gonna fucking break their necks with his spin attack. Oh, hell yeah. You're done. You're donezo. This takes us into Phase 3, which has our boy Crash come in to finish the job with his own mech, teased at the very beginning of the game. Here you shoot rockets through the gaps in their force field. Do that 3 times and boom. What is going on? Okay, so he's got little shields. The particles are kind of slowing me down a little bit. I hit him! Finally. Just one more hit. And Crash decimates them with a chainsaw. Although the birds do escape this fate, they end up having a much worse one when they end up wandering into evil Crash's hut. Yeah, rip these guys.
Boy, I love roast chicken. Well, this is one heck of an ending.
Evil Crash. Oh my god. Oh my... And of course, we get one last cutscene of Cortex and Crash having a final moment together.
Your creation was a mistake, and your existence has been a constant reminder of that mistake. But I've learned something from all of this. I've learned that you can't run away from your mistakes, but you can bury them! I never want to see your ridiculous face again!
What?
Where am I? What is this?
Okay. So the acapella music was just the music in Crash's head the whole time. It makes sense. And yeah, Cortex ends up beaming himself into Crash's subconscious, dooming himself to eternal damnation. And yep, this is actually, I mean, pretty much the original ending of Crash Bandicoot, if you think about it. I mean, unless you include the Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant games, but a lot of people don't really include those as main games, considering the mechanics and gameplay are vastly different from the OGs, and even this game, and is looked at as almost like the same way as Spyro: A New Beginning is looked at in the Spyro franchise, although not as much as a reboot. But of course, Crash 4 About Time came out years later, retconning Crash, Wrath of Cortex, and everything that came after, including this game. But yeah, in the OG Crash timeline, this is how it ends. Unless you count the 100% game after credit scene, where Crash and Cortex are in therapy together.
Okay, now, the two of you have been asked to begin these therapy sessions so that we can work through the conflict apparent in your relationship. This week we're going to do a trust exercise. Cortex, let's start with you. I would like you to fold your arms over your chest, close your eyes, and fall backwards. Okay, Crash, your job is easy. Just catch Cortex as he falls. We want Dr. Cortex here to know that he is in a safe place.
I don't think this is going to work. He's an idiot. I don't even like him, let alone trust him. It's just that I have a fear of falling. Okay, fine. Let's do the silly exercise. I'm in a safe place. I'm in a safe place. I'm in a safe place.
Yeah, that cutscene is all you get for 100% completion. So, complete at your own discretion. All in all, I had a good time going through this game. Although some sections are long and tedious and also repetitive, I enjoyed the world of the Bandicoot. And the characters and music were on point and was weird enough to keep me invested, and the goofiness is just fun to watch. And I couldn't imagine how this would have turned out if this was an edgy Crash game like they wanted to originally. Crash is definitely one of those characters where the goofier, the better. It's a shame this game never got a true sequel to continue the Crash storyline. Afterwards, they went to the other rebooted monster game direction. Same thing happened to Spyro like we just went over. A decent game that went back to the OG style of gameplay just ended up not doing so well, and ending in the franchise rebranding in a different direction altogether. At least Crash ended up getting a brand new sequel to old school gameplay in Crash 4 It's About Time though. I mean, that's more than Spyro ever got. We never got that Spyro Reignited trilogy sequel. I mean, I'm still waiting, bro. I'm still holding out hope. But I mean, if you want to watch another analysis, this time on Spyro 5 A Hero's Tale, that's the next game I'm working on, so stay tuned. And if you just want to see other analysis videos in general, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you want to see my full edited gameplay of this game and others, check out the second channel at the Nast Cast. Link in the description. I appreciate all you guys who have stayed to the very end of this video, and all I gotta say to you is, I love you. Anyways, with all that said, guys, I hope you have a nasty night, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Alright, checkpoint. Awesome. Let's just get to some good old-fashioned platforming.